Palinka touched on LeBron James and what the Lakers are going to give him in terms of this off season, letting him basically just have his time and have the freedom in order to for LeBron just to decide what is best for him in his future. Obviously, it's like this every year, right? LeBron James, the season ends, he'll kind of reconvene with his family, he'll take his time, and then about what, maybe June, July, August, around there, then he starts to ramp up in terms of basketball. He doesn't necessarily say like, "Oh, I'm coming back." He just kind of just lets the work play out in itself. But that's indicating that, that's LeBron James gearing up for another season. And it's pretty much going to be the same this upcoming season, but as time goes on, and this was LeBron James's 23rd NBA season. An incredible amount of years, the most years anybody has ever played in the NBA. And as time goes on, the probability of retirement just looms larger and larger and larger. But Palinka, he did go out of his way to avoid that the Lakers are going to avoid putting a timeline on LeBron. The Lakers are going to avoid putting pressure on LeBron, avoid negotiations or any kind of public tactics. He framed it emotionally and respectfully. He said, "We probably haven't seen a player that has honored the game to the extent that he's honored the game. The thing that we want to do more than anything is honor him back." So he said the Lakers would welcome him back. They're going to give him time, space, and freedom to decide whether he's going to retire, return to the Lakers, or another path. He said that he wants to make it clear the Lakers want him back if he continues playing. But they understand that now this is bigger than basketball. My personal opinion is that if the Lakers truly are committed to constructing the team around Luka Doncic, then the obvious here is that the Lakers, need to turn the page on LeBron James. Look, I have as much respect for LeBron James as anybody does. I am totally just grateful for him bringing the 2020 championship to the Lakers. Granted, that was in the bubble. You can say whatever you want about the bubble. That was a championship. I'm staring at a paperweight replica ring of the Lakers 2020 championship ring right here in front of me. You don't get that without LeBron James. I'm sorry. You don't win an NBA championship with Kyle Kuzma and D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle and all the baby Lakers, okay? That doesn't happen. You get that with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Right? And so that's LeBron James's legacy right there in terms of what he brought to the Lakers. Him and AD together, bringing a championship, us competing, Again, almost getting there when we went back to the Western Conference Finals in 2023. That's his legacy with the Lakers right there. An NBA championship, Western Conference Finals, and then him scoring, him becoming the league's all-time scoring leader in NBA history when he did that in a Lakers uniform, passing the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at Crypto.com Arena at home in LA. He did that in a Lakers uniform, so that's his legacy right there. Also, the guy has played 8 seasons in a Lakers uniform, more than anybody thought that we would get out of LeBron James when he came here at 33 years old. I think it was like year 17 or year 18. He's already played 8 years in a Lakers uniform. There's nothing left besides winning another NBA championship just to kind of put a feather in the cap of his NBA legacy. There's really nothing left for him to prove. He's played 8 seasons for the Lakers. If he were to come back next year, it would be 9 seasons with the Lakers. And you know what? He could compete with the Lakers. But again, I think if the Lakers are really truly determined on turning the page and focusing this team around Luka Doncic, you need to say, LeBron, we thank you for what you've done. You've provided everything for us. Thank you for bringing the Lakers back to relevancy, because that's what he's done. Thank you for donning the purple and gold, and just, you're going to get your jersey retired. He's not going to get a statue. Let's forget about that. But he will get his jersey retired with all the Laker greats out there. Number 23 will be retired in the rafters at Crypto.com Arena. He's an all-time Laker great. You can't deny that. And he's a legacy player for the Lakers. Thank you. But it's time to move on, LeBron. We're going to move on off of you. Yes, you could play. You're still playing at a very high level for age 41, and you can still contribute to a team. But what's best for the team right now, long term, is to move off of you, not give you a huge contract, right? And just turn the page on where we're going. Turn the page off of what you're doing right now, and let's separate. everything that the Lakers need to do does not involve around LeBron James going forward. Right? We can celebrate him when he eventually retires, when he comes back, if he still plays another year, if he comes back to LA and plays a game, we can honor him with a tremendous video package. We can have t-shirts in his honor. It could be LeBron James night, whatever it is you want to do. You could celebrate him as a Laker because he has truly accomplished a lot in the Lakers uniform. But it is time to turn the page on LeBron James. That's just the way I feel. And if you want Luka Doncic to be really, really successful going forward in a Lakers uniform, you gotta be able to just separate right now. This is the time. This is the time for the Lakers and LeBron James to divorce. Don't make it an ugly divorce. Make it a very amicable separation, and let's just leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. But again, Rob Pelinka, the Lakers organization, Mark Walter, they're all welcoming LeBron James back if he wants to be back. And that's the thing, will he be back? If he does come back, it certainly cannot be on a max contract. These contracts and the way the CBA has made it, where the Lakers, the salary cap, it's going to be really, really difficult for the Lakers to offer him a $50 million contract if they want to be able to compete and bring in other guys and really reconstruct this roster around Luka Doncic. It's going to be almost impossible for you to do that. And I don't know if LeBron James is going to want to take a very, very steep pay cut, almost like the veterans minimum, to come back to the Lakers. He might take that. If the Lakers were to offer him a minimum contract, he may be insulted by that and tell us fuck you. And so look, it's gonna be very, very dicey for the Lakers to give LeBron James what he wants. And LeBron James has never he's had very few qualms about being paid here. Okay, he wants to be paid. That's what I'm trying to say. He wants to be paid. And the Lakers, it's going to be very difficult for the Lakers to pay him. And I just can't see a scenario where they offer him a $50 million contract and also deconstruct the team in which they want to for Luka Doncic. It's not possible. So the best thing for the Lakers and LeBron James to do is to just, say, hey, thank you for what we've done for each other, but it's time to move on.